Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm just gonna do, well, not today, now I'm just gonna do the intro, because the next time you will see it I will be already removed. I have already been removed. That sentence got nowhere fast, but there will be no rear axle. I finished the support brake calipers as you saw in previous episode, and we'll start to reassemble the rear axle. Now we'll just roll the time lapse of me and my brother putting on the diff lock tubing, the vacuum tubing. Also, I will add the gas tank guard. It's there, so I need to unscrew a bit the gas tank. Add one screw also, and yeah, remove 4, add 1, put that on. That's also gonna be in time lapse. Yeah, tidying up a bit so I have a place to move the whole thing forward and roll the axle backwards. So yeah. So today finally we get to assemble the rear. Have everything painted. Have no clue what's the proper way of doing this. I think I'm gonna start with this big control arm just to get the axle at the right place, proportion, I don't know. Then just connect all the rods, control arms, and the old man Emo suspension kit. 2-inch suspension lift will go on the rear. I will dig out the springs for that also. Plus all the part numbers and everything that I use will be, I guess, in the description and in the first comment. Or maybe in both, in description and in comment, just so anyone that wants to know what did I use, they can find it easily. So for starters, let's attach this along, I don't know what's it called, but yeah, this rod. As you can see, there are 2 type of bushings in there, one with a big hole and one with small one. I will change these afterwards, but for now I will just put the axle in place so I have it done. So basically the larger bushing goes to the axle side, and the smaller one with the screw goes to the frame. I will attach the axle part and then I will try to get it in place so it fits all the way. I won't tighten down any screws for now. Sorry about the light. I believe it's not the best one, best there is. Does it matter which side I put it on? No, but it looks like it was like this because it's worn out more. Okay. So. Okay. Like I said, I will tighten it down a bit later. So let's try to get a It's almost, but not quite. So yeah, I got it through, a little bit of hammering and wiggling back and forth the axle, and quite straight in. I'm just greasing it up so it screws down better when I do that. All these screws are on 22 millimeters, so in case anyone is wondering, yeah, I'm just screwing it down to hold it in place because I'm just gonna change the bushings later on. And now, after the first part, you see that this wheel is looking inwards and this wheel is looking outward. But no worries, because with these control arms we're gonna make the axle stay nice and straight. This was just the controlling the gap in the arcs, wheel arcs. So yeah, I'm gonna screw down. Again, I don't think I'm gonna screw down entirely. Maybe I will, I'm not sure yet. But screw down the frame part, and then we'll try to get the axle part. So as you can see, all four are screwed down. Well, not screwed down, but in place. Yeah. Still, all the screws are on 22 millimeters. I guess now let's just move the axle inwards and try to get all the parts in place. So I finished screwing down putting on the control arms. Everything is now connected to the axle. And I'm starting to think that I lied to you about the control arms centering the axle, because it didn't happen. It is much more straight. But yeah, this side is, the whole axle is on that side. Anyway, let's just move on and figure that one out a bit later, because currently I just want to get the springs and shocks on, and yeah, and kind of kinda see where we're at then. Plus maybe anyone knows, is there a difference which end goes where for the upper control arms or the lower control arm? They look pretty similar to me. But yeah, let's move on to suspension. So first things first, I think I'm gonna start by installing the springs. Yeah, the springs, rear springs. And then we're gonna install the shocks. So, it looks like one is in. Let's do the other one. As you see, I just lifted the car up from the rear, so I have enough clearance to put in the springs. Also, don't forget this rubber cap. I use my old ones. Hopefully no one has any objections. And like I said, the dense part goes up. Let's see. Maybe you should start with coils, but I think I'm gonna try to do it with springs first. Just like that, we have springs in place, all new and shiny. Guess now the more fun part, that I'm not that certain of how it's done. The shock absorbers. So we have option of two bushings, one bit longer and one bit smaller. I'm gonna go with the longer one because the smaller one, my metal thing sticks out of it. I better press this one than let the metal get in the way. So yeah, just both sides the same. Just get it in there. So I messed everything up. Basically, the wider bushings goes on the bottom of the shock absorber, and these smaller ones goes on the top, because this part is much shorter than this part there. So yeah, needed to figure out that one faster, but it is what it is. Now we're just gonna try to get out the upper one and put it in here, the lower spot. So yeah, be careful with the bushes. And I guess now let's try to get them on there. Guess I'm gonna do the top first and then the bottom. Not quite sure how is the proper way to do that, but yeah, I guess we can release them. Then put on this guard or something, and not quite sure what it is. Haven't cleaned the part where the head goes on, but Okay, let's try to get that to go on. And do comment if you see that I'm doing something wrong, because like I said already multiple times, I'm by no means an expert. Just needed to press down the car a bit to get it in place. And now screw it down. So as you can see, the new suspension is on. I needed to press down the rear side to get it in place, but that was all the camera shaking and stuff. But yeah, looks cool. I won't tighten anything down, just so you see. Okay, I'll quickly do the other one. And just like that, the rear part is installed. Tell you the truth, I don't know if it's higher or not higher. Let's hope that it is. Well, it's much stiffer, definitely, because it doesn't move anymore. So that's definitely a big plus, because mine was all over the place. So yeah, in case you know if I messed up the control arm placement, please inform me so I can switch it up, because it's really weird that this one is, the axle is more on that side. Maybe it's somewhere needed to be there. So this will be the end of this episode. As you can see, all nice and shiny, everything is painted. And please do ask questions about my project, about my build. We'll get to the front in the next episode, or maybe in the middle. We need to mount the gearbox mount. Also, for those who wondering why I didn't put on the sway bar, I don't have the ends for that yet, so I'm gonna get the ends painted and then I'm gonna mount it. But other than that, everything in the back is finished. Just need to tighten it down and also change the bushings there. So yeah, big thanks to everyone who's subscribing. We're growing every day. I'm really positive, really happy for that. Like to you guys. And see you in the next episode. Bye.